The Philippines is making waves in the Indo-Pacific by spearheading a new security coalition, the Squad, with the United States, Japan, and Australia. This unprecedented partnership marks a significant turning point in the region's security landscape, as Manila steps confidently onto the world stage, forging alliances that could reshape the balance of power in Asia. This alliance is a direct response to China's assertive actions in the South China Sea, where Beijing's growing military presence and construction of artificial islands have raised alarm bells across Southeast Asia. By joining forces with major powers, the Philippines is signaling a bold shift, from being seen as a vulnerable underdog to emerging as a proactive, regional power broker, determined to protect its territorial integrity. No longer content to face China alone, the Philippines is orchestrating a multilateral front to defend its sovereignty and maritime rights. Joint naval exercises, intelligence sharing, and coordinated patrols are now regular features, demonstrating a new level of military cooperation and readiness. This collaborative approach not only strengthens the Philippines' defense capabilities, but also sends a clear message to potential aggressors. Supporters see this as a pragmatic move, leveraging powerful allies to deter aggression and create a more balanced playing field. By pooling resources and expertise, the alliance aims to ensure that no single nation can dominate the region or threaten the free flow of commerce through these vital waters. The message is unmistakable: an attack on one could mean a response from all. This collective security arrangement echoes the principles of mutual defense, raising the stakes for any nation considering unilateral action in disputed waters. However, critics warn that this new alliance could escalate tensions, potentially turning the South China Sea into a flashpoint for great power rivalry. Some fear that increased military activity and hardened alliances might provoke unintended confrontations, drawing the region into a dangerous spiral of escalation. President Marcos Jr. is betting that a unified front with like-minded democracies is the best way to safeguard Philippine interests and ensure freedom of navigation. He argues that only by standing together can smaller nations resist coercion and uphold international law in the face of mounting pressure. This strategic pivot is about more than patrols and military drills. It's about redefining the Philippines' role in the Indo-Pacific for decades to come. As Manila embraces its new identity as a key player in regional security, the world watches closely, knowing that the choices made today will shape the future of Asia's great game. For decades, the security of the Philippines has been intricately tied to its long-standing alliance with the United States. This relationship has been a cornerstone of Philippine defense strategy, anchored by the pivotal 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. This treaty laid the foundation for a robust military partnership, with U.S. military bases at Subic Bay and Clark Air Base serving as powerful symbols of this deep and enduring partnership. These bases were not just strategic locations, but also represented a shared commitment to regional stability. However, this dynamic shifted dramatically with the withdrawal of U.S. forces in the early 1990s, marking a significant turning point in the alliance. The rise of China as a regional power has compelled Manila to reassess its reliance on a single ally. The growing assertiveness of China in the South China Sea has highlighted the need for a more diversified security strategy, especially as ambiguities in the treaty left critical gaps in coverage for maritime disputes. These gaps have become increasingly apparent as tensions in the region escalate. In response, the Philippines has sought to enhance its autonomy by forging new alliances with other regional powers such as Japan and Australia. Japan has provided patrol vessels to bolster maritime security, while Australia has deepened military cooperation through joint training exercises and strategic dialogues. These burgeoning relationships are designed to complement, rather than replace, the existing U.S. alliance. Together they create a more resilient, multi-layered security network that enhances the Philippines' strategic options. This network is further strengthened through joint military drills and defense meetings, fostering a spirit of cooperation and shared responsibility among the nations involved. The push to formalize what is being referred to as the Squad is the culmination of this strategic shift. It represents a move from bilateral agreements to a more integrated multilateral coalition that can better address the complexities of modern security challenges. This transition is marked by diplomatic ceremonies and high-level meetings, underscoring the commitment of all parties to a shared vision of regional security. Manila is no longer a passive recipient of security guarantees. Instead, it is actively shaping its destiny by collaborating with a coalition of willing partners, each bringing unique strengths to the table. This marks a new era of Philippine foreign policy, one that is confident, pragmatic, and focused on collective security in a contested region. The Philippines is now a proactive player on the international stage, seeking to ensure peace and stability through strategic partnerships. As the region continues to face challenges, the Philippines remains committed to a strategy that emphasizes cooperation, resilience, and a shared commitment to peace and security in the Asia-Pacific. The Squad is a quadrilateral initiative to deepen defense ties between the Philippines, US, Japan, and Australia. Its core goal: deter coercion in the South China Sea by presenting a united front. Regular joint naval and air patrols enhance interoperability and assert freedom of navigation, sending a clear message to Beijing. Intelligence sharing builds real-time awareness, tracking maritime militia and illegal activities, and enabling swift coordinated responses. The alliance also focuses on modernizing the Philippine military through joint exercises and technology transfers. The vision: a self-reliant Philippines, actively contributing to regional stability. The Squad is more than symbolism. It's a practical, evolving security partnership. To solidify the Squad, the Philippines is negotiating new defense agreements, especially with Japan. A reciprocal access agreement would allow Japanese forces to train in the Philippines and vice versa, mirroring existing US and Australian arrangements. These legal frameworks are crucial for seamless joint operations and resolving jurisdictional issues. Manila is also courting India and South Korea, expanding the coalition's reach and capabilities. India's BrahMos missile sale and South Korea's naval strength signal deepening ties. The goal: a flexible, dynamic network of security partnerships, strong but not bound by rigid treaties. For the Philippines, this means collective strength without losing autonomy. The Squad's formation comes amid deep economic ties between the Philippines and China. China is a top trading partner, making Manila's security moves a delicate balancing act. Business leaders warn that antagonizing Beijing could trigger trade sanctions or investment freezes, hurting jobs and growth. The Marcos administration tries to compartmentalize, standing firm on security while seeking economic cooperation. But Beijing often links economic perks to political compliance, complicating this approach. Manila hopes its strategic importance and allied support will deter harsh Chinese retaliation. Diversifying trade partners is key to reducing vulnerability. The outcome of this strategy is uncertain, a high-stakes gamble with both security and economic futures at risk. Every move is a tightrope walk over a geopolitical chasm. The Squad's urgency is rooted in real confrontations at sea. Filipino vessels face relentless harassment from China's Coast Guard and maritime militia in their own waters. Resupply missions to the BRP Sierra Madre are met with water cannon attacks and dangerous maneuvers. Fishermen are blocked from traditional grounds, devastating coastal communities. These incidents show that diplomatic protests alone don't work. The Squad is Manila's answer, a show of collective resolve to defend its maritime domain. Without powerful allies, the Philippines risks losing control, one confrontation at a time. Forming the Squad is bold, but it carries real risks. China has condemned the alliance, warning of heightened tensions and possible escalation. Economic retaliation is a major threat. Tariffs, investment freezes, and tourism bans could hurt the Philippine economy. The move could also strain ASEAN unity, as some members are wary of confronting China. By acting outside ASEAN, Manila risks undermining regional consensus. There's also the danger of becoming entangled in US-China rivalry, sacrificing strategic autonomy. If conflict erupts elsewhere, like Taiwan, the Philippines could be drawn in. Manila must balance alliance benefits with the risk of being a pawn in great power competition. The Squad's vision extends far beyond its 4 founding members. What began as a focused partnership among the Philippines, the United States, Japan, and Australia is now evolving into a much broader coalition, as new players express interest in joining the effort to secure the South China Sea. Manila and its partners are actively seeking to expand the coalition, aiming to build a wider and more formidable front for deterrence. By inviting new members, they hope to strengthen their collective voice and present a united stance against any attempts to undermine regional stability or international law. India stands out as a top candidate for deeper involvement. With its rapidly growing navy and a long-standing rivalry with China, India's interests align closely with those of the Squad. The recent sale of BrahMos missiles to the Philippines marks a significant shift, signaling India's willingness to move from diplomatic support to active security cooperation in the region. South Korea, another major maritime nation and a key U.S. ally, is also showing increased willingness to play a more active role. By supporting international law and participating in regional dialogues, South Korea is positioning itself as a responsible stakeholder in the Indo-Pacific. European powers such as the United Kingdom, France, and Germany are not standing on the sidelines either. They have begun sending naval assets to the South China Sea, conducting freedom of navigation operations and joint exercises to demonstrate their commitment to upholding international norms and ensuring open sea lanes. Even if their involvement is limited in scale, the presence of these European navies sends a powerful message to the world. The South China Sea is not just a regional flashpoint, but a matter of global concern that affects the interests of many nations. By weaving in such a diverse array of partners, the Philippines is working to build a truly global coalition. This growing network aims to safeguard its sovereign rights, promote peace, and ensure that the South China Sea remains open and secure for all. The Squad marks a turning point in Philippine foreign policy, assertive, collective, and future-focused. The big question: can this alliance truly deter China, or will it escalate tensions? Its credibility depends on members' willingness to act during real crises, not just issue statements. Manila must also manage economic fallout. Can it defend its waters without sacrificing prosperity? The government's ability to diversify the economy and maintain public support is as crucial as military modernization. The Philippines is navigating uncharted waters, choosing collective strength over solitary defiance. This path offers hope for security and rule of law, but risks economic disruption and escalation. The coming years will reveal if this bold move brings a new dawn, or proves a false hope for the Indo-Pacific.